I'm trying. There we go.
Good job.
Ribbons.
Ian.
Hello.
Hey, man, Sean picked you personally.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I'm flattered.
You should.
Ooh.
Okay. You should. What's up?
I just had a question.
Yeah.
What was the first TV box set you guys ever bought?
That's a good
Monty
question.
Python's Flying
Do you really?
Circus.
The first DVD box set of a show I ever bought was Erie, Indiana.
Nice.
I was sick, and I went, I want something to watch while I'm sick, and I saw that they had Erie, Indiana on DVD, so I went, perfect. Bought it.
Mine was The Simpsons season 1.
Home movies or
Oh.
C-Lab 2021.
Actual
Or,
box set?
or Aqua Teen. One of the two.
Box set of the whole series or just the DVD?
Just like the DVD.
Yeah,
It's
it's like a season.
yeah.
I think it was News Radio.
That's a good one too.
Good one.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Home movies, though.
Before that, I
love that
did
show.
buy the best of Insomniac with David Tell.
On DVD.
Fucking
on DVD.
serious?
Yeah.
I used
I
to
was
love
so
watching
bummed.
That show was so good.
He came to San Diego, but then just went to TJ.
Yeah,
Did he
that
really?
sucked.
Yeah.
It's
There was a
Insomniac
San
went to
Diego
TJ.
episode where
You're right.
he gives this big we're going to
Yeah.
San Diego. It's gonna be so good. Wait a minute. Tijuana's right. Oh, we're going to Tijuana instead. And it was like, oh fuck, it was a good episode.
It was good, but I missed.
Oh, that was a great show.
I love that show.
You know why he had to stop doing it?
No.
His liver.
Really?
Well, I mean, just it's not specifically like he had a medical, but
Yeah.
he talks in interviews about how yeah, of course that thing had a short shelf life. I was just out drinking all night long.
It was a show.
every night.
It was a travel show about staying up all night and just walking the street and drinking.
Yeah.
There's a
So it was
show-
like
I
feel like I didn't
incredibly
appreciate
bad
it.
for
Me
his
neither.
health.
I didn't appreciate it when I was younger, but I have a
Great
feeling that I
show.
really, really
You
like
would
it
like
now.
it.
It's like going to 6th Street and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Have
It's
you
that
guys
stuff.
ever seen the show Three Sheets?
Yes, with
Yeah.
Zane
Lamprey.
Yeah.
I like that show. I think he's a good host.
I think it's good. I think it's trying to be Insomniac, but I think
is.
I think it has its own flavor. But I think Insomniac was a better show.
I agree with you, but
We did, yeah. When it was on Mojo.
Yep. Mojo.
There you go.
Eric and I get drunk and watch a lot of things, so I forget.
Yeah.
I say you guys watch Insomniac again and let us know what you think.
Now,
I
this
would
was-
love to watch Insomniac
yeah.
again.
Kevin, can I borrow?
This
I don't
was-
have it anymore.
Oh man.
Sold it.
This was DVD box sets, but did anyone have any VHS box sets of TV?
No,
That really didn't exist.
They had like Ninja Turtles episodes.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
recording myself
I
though.
had X-Men episodes.
I would fall asleep to The Simpsons every single night. That and News Radio. I had tape up. I had.
Tapes you recorded yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, WWF Raw every single
yeah.
week
Oh.
because I had to go to bed. I had to go to bed at like 9, or no 10. I had to go to bed at 10. But
Well, that's late.
Raw is from 9 to 11. So I'd record the last hour and then I'd wake up for school the next day and watch a little bit before school, and then get home and watch the main event.
I still have old tapes I recorded just stuff up to the
Oh yeah, me too.
Still, all the old commercials and stuff.
Man, I have like old tapes of Adult Swim programming. Like
I think
old
I-
Aqua Teen
I-
season 1
I
stuff.
remember when I first started watching Adult Swim, they did an April Fool's thing where they put beards on all the anime. And I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world, so I bought and recorded it. So I have that like the entire night.
Oh, I got all the old Perfect Hair Forever.
Do you guys now the kids, and like I'm an old person, they don't remember this with like. Do you remember pausing it when the commercial happened and hitting play?
Yeah.
But do you ever remember forgetting to hit play?
Yes.
And it's like you're watching something. It's like fuck. The last 5 minutes I wasn't recording.
Yep.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
yeah.
Anytime there was a movie on TV that I wanted,
Yep.
that is what I would have to do.
Yep.
It's like, hey, why don't we just fast forward?
Me and Garrett just bought a Sublime VHS, so
Fuck yeah.
we're really excited to
Right.
watch that tonight.
I'm a bad fish.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm really
I'm
excited to
looking
watch
forward to
that.
that.
Hey
Kevin?
Ian, what was the first ever?
Are you a bad fish too?
I am a bad thing.
Ian, what was your first ever DVD box set?
It was either like Mission Hill
Yeah.
Nice.
or some season of The Simpsons or
I
something.
got-
Hill was a
I just got like way back into Mission Hill. Like I was just finding gifts and stuff. Tumblr like is just nostalgia kind of regurgitated, but it's so easy to find stuff because I go, I fucking forgot about Mission Hill. That show is awesome. That show is so good.
Yeah.
Hip fucks just drinking, and Brian Posehn does a voice.
Yeah.
And the show is awesome.
Vicki Lewis from News Radio did the Rolling
Yeah,
Boys.
Posey.
did?
Posey.
Really?
Yeah.
That was Vicki Lewis?
Yeah, she's a really
Whoa.
good
That's
actress.
Beth in the show, right?
Yeah.
Man.
So attracted to Beth in that show.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course you
I
are.
wasn't.
I wasn't.
Lisa,
I wasn't
I
attracted
thought was
to her
hotter.
at
Lisa was
first
hotter.
because
Watch
she
a lot
had
of
like
ER.
a weird curly hair,
Yeah.
like bad look.
She's just, her dressing was all fucked up.
But as it went on,
Quirky.
she got a little bit more like they brought it back down. They gave her a style to the hair. I thought all the girls on that show were really good looking.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I hated Catherine. I thought she was so annoying.
Really?
But I liked her chemistry with Bill. That was
Yeah.
good. But Catherine, I thought was mean.
Catherine was.
She's great. No nonsense.
Catherine was the bard. She would come in and go, ha, and then you'd
Yeah.
laugh really hard, but then she'd step back.
You don't
And-
fuck with Catherine.
You don't fuck with
exactly.
Catherine.
But what
She didn't put up with any of their shit.
what sucked and why that show like kind of fell apart was they lost Catherine, which
Yeah.
was fine.
Yeah.
But then they lost Phil
You
Hartman.
can't.
Yeah.
He's also
Yeah.
on there.
And I read somewhere once, I read like a really cool like synopsis of the show. They kind of had like the 3 pillars of news radio. And it was Bill's interaction with Dave, Dave's interaction with Mr. James, and then the interaction as the ensemble cast. And when you lost Bill, it like tilted everything. And
Yeah.
the only thing they had that could have saved that show, and I think they tried to do it, but it was too little too late, was when Patrick Warburton came in. He was the perfect Phil
Yeah.
for the character Bill McNeil, because he was that same sort of like bullheaded, I'm gonna do what I want type person.
Swing this way.
And
There you go.
and then he
It's
he
not,
was
not what I was trying to do.
still absurd. I don't know. What do you want me to?
Put it between you.
Okay.
Like I was trying to.
No, up there.
Up here? Why doesn't the mic work?
The
Why
problem
is this my
was
fucking problem?
Didn't they? Putty was just in
Now,
for an episode.
We're
for
talking about news
using
radio.
a Seinfeld character name.
Now, I have a question. I own season 5.
Hey, Ian, we're getting a lot of static on your end, so we're gonna hang up. But thank you very much for your call.
All right, no problem.
Good.
I own season 5. I've never watched an episode of it
Really?
because I know the first episode is Bill dying,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not ready to let's watch that episode.
Yeah.
When
So
I
I have never seen it. I own it.
have you ever seen that episode?
No.
Okay. You have to at least watch that episode. That is like whenever I watch the show, I always marathon watch it.
Yeah.
And I watch it once a year. That is a show I always watch once a year.
So
like
good.
I just get
It's
this
a
like
great-
little
it's a great
twinge
show.
and I
Old
have to watch it.
Joe Rogan was on there.
Oh yeah,
too.
Andy
And
Dick
what
before
I
he was
love-
real fucked up.
What I really love about that show is they let the people really get into their characters, and they also cast the characters specific for the actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted Dave Foley, they wanted Phil Hartman, they wanted Joe Rogan. That's why his name was Joe in the show.
Well, the writing was done so well
It
by
was
by like season 2. They found their fucking groove.
Yeah.
and the writing is so solid.
Is that
yeah.
on Netflix?
It used to be. It's not
Used to
anymore.
be.
It was. So
That sucks.
that's
It is
a-
no longer. How
If
does
you
that
guys
happen?
can track that down,
It's
it
worth
is it on Amazon
It's
Video.
super cheap
They
on
have.
DVD.
We
Maybe
talked
it's
about
there.
that last podcast.
I think it's
too,
on
News
Crackle.
Radio.
Oh.
But like, well, it's because I'm in the middle of watching it. Whenever I watch it, I can't not talk about it.
What's Crackle?
Crackle is like another online web service to watch shit.
Huh.
I've never really gotten into it. But the one thing about that episode, whenever I'm watching it, I always have to take like a couple of days before I watch that first episode, because it is exactly, no matter how much time had passed after they found out he died,
Yeah.
to when they shot that episode, it is the reaction of the actors.
Oh
not
Not the characters.
actors acting.
Yeah.
I've
To the
heard
po-
I've heard interviews from people talking
To the
about that. That's
point,
tough.
like-
That's a
like-
tough episode film.
I cry every
yeah.
time I watch it.
See, I just can't get let's do this, you
It-
know. And I loved Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Like, I loved him, and so when that happened, I was like, I'll never forget. I was at home, and it was on the news, but they segued with Simpson stars murdered. Find out after the break. It's like, what the fuck? And I was
Yeah.
like, who was killed? And then when I found out it was him, it was like, I didn't know how to feel because The Simpsons can still go on, which was my
Yeah.
favorite show at the time. But I love Phil Hartman. It sucked.
I didn't know who, I didn't end up feeling bad about it until I knew exactly who he was. Because I wasn't watching SNL at the time. I wasn't, watching news radio. I was only watching Simpson. I'm like, oh, Lionel Hutz and,
Yeah. Troy McClure.
And Troy McClure and all these, great actors
Yeah.
or characters that he portrays. And I think people might know this, but, what's his name? In Futurama, the big, like
Captain
spaceman.
Zap Brannigan.
Yeah,
Zap Brannigan, yeah.
was supposed to be played by Phil Hartman.
That makes a lot of
Really?
sense.
And
Yeah,
it
it
was
does.
such a big hit to the people who wrote The Simpsons and created Futurama that the reason Fry's name is Philip Fry is for Phil Hartman.
Oh, really?
They named him Philip for Phil Hartman.
Yeah, I mean that was something that happened a long time ago, and everyone knows. Oh yeah, Phil Hartman died or whatever. But I think a lot of people forget he was murdered
By
By
his
his
crazy
wife.
Yeah,
by
in
his wife, who then
Yeah, in
committed
his sleep.
suicide.
Yeah.
While their kids were in
while
the
their
house.
kids were in the house.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
fucked
it was
up.
a fucked up situation. Kind of like writing's been on the wall for a
Yeah.
while type situation,
And-
got ignored.
And well, here was the other thing. She had a really, I mean, she was already like manic depressive
Yeah.
and bipolar, all these like problems. And so she was heavy into substance abuse. So is Andy Dick,
Yeah.
who got her back into substance abuse. And Andy Dick is like the biggest, like, just Hollywood sad story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like in all of Hollywood, he's somebody who I'll always be like, man, he got a raw ticket. That was like really bad. He was best friends with Chris Farley, and he was like best friends with Phil Hartman, and they did not die too far apart from each other.
Yeah.
So like having that happen, having two like really strong people in his life go, because he's already fucked up, is why he's never been able to recover.
Well, last I heard, he was doing podcasting out of a shed in his backyard.
Yeah.
He's not allowed in the house because his ex-wife owns it now, but she lets him live in a shed in the backyard where he podcasts from.
Yeah.
He burned his bridge on the Howard Stern show too.
Oh, yeah, he did.
That guy is just
Yeah.
He's a guy who's lost everything and doesn't fucking care anymore.
No.
Like
not
he
give
doesn't
a
care.
fuck.
He just does whatever he.
Which you
he feels
can
like
almost
saying.
admire him in that sense.
Yeah.
I still think he's funny sometimes.
I would if it wasn't so like. So, it's like, hey, if you want it to all be over, this is gonna sound like really bad, but if you really want it to be over and you don't like everything this bad, stop fucking doing this and kill yourself.
Do you
Or
remember?
just stop showbiz, like work at Food for Less.
Yeah,
or
you could
something.
just stop
like,
doing
Just do something else.
Do you remember when he pulled his dick out and pissed on the red carpet
Yeah.
at a roast?
Yeah, he's been kicked out.
He
of
like
everything.
he wants to get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's publicity.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I really. So does Gilbert. I recommend News Radio. That show is great. It's so good.